All right, just about done with the weekend restructuring. I had different plans, but things just didn't fit together kind of how I had hoped. So I'm going to end up with this old drill box being a backup solder kit with extra sandpaper, extra solder, extra flux, extra everything. Keep it on the truck, but bury it. Then I'll have my primary burn bag with pretty much everything I need to ream, clean, braise, sit comfortably while I do it on a folding chair. I got layers, so I got to start my purge, so I don't have to have redundant steps if I'm doing that. Or I'll have my vacuum tool so I could just purge right through that. My purge setup, somewhere down there, I have a hose to purge through. I got to get an extra 1 foot hose so I can go nitrogen. I got the purge flow regulator underneath the manifold T there. I have my special nitrogen pressure test with the dial that you can set so you can remember what you can set to, and then different reminders for what pressures to test at for different refrigerants, depending on their operating pressure. Although it oftentimes depends on how much nitrogen I have. I try to do at least 300, but sometimes I'll do a 250 pressure test. All these tools are going to be, they're either redundant to the third degree, or they're worn out to the point where they're no longer useful. They're going to be going into basement cold storage. That's garbage. This is redundant, or a lot of sheet metal tools, stuff that I won't use as frequently. Check this out. So I got my little pinch off seamers, or not seamers, my pinch off tool. Stuck a magnet on the end, nice strong one, and it holds a lighter and my imp cutter right at the top. I thought that was a cool idea because all the rest of my tubing cutters are down there at the bottom. But I do use the imp cutter first and foremost. And the lighter, again, don't want to dig for it, so we'll keep the magnet near the top. I don't know, it's got a little hole in it. I might try to find like a button or something, a little rivet I could put through and keep the magnet at the top all the time, so I could keep things like lighters and stuff near the top. I think that would be a cool kind of retrofit for a tool backpack, is to have a magnetic strip for screws and small tools to be held near the top. As far as I know, no backpacks are doing that. That would be a cool invention. If you like to invent stuff, I think that would be a worthy invention. So this is going to just be my like not really ever coming out of the van tool bag. It's old, it's beat up. I got to get something heavy in the bottom to keep it from tipping over. And then my primary service bag, and I love WD-40. I got my little miscellaneous stuff. I've got my service gauges. I changed these up like 10 times. Sorry for the tone of my voice. I get frustrated with myself because I nylock stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I could think of a better way. I could do even better. So this is my T setup I'm going to use first and foremost, right? I know I said I hate low loss, but I hate losing the gasket out of this T even more. So I'm going to have one low loss fitting, and depending on the space I'm working in, I'll either have a hose coming off of one of these two, a short little 8-inch hose, or I will have the gauge coming off of one of these two. But this is, the EPA would love me for this. I just can't save that refrigerant. It's gonna be leaked. I stressed over it. I did. But it's gonna be what's lost. I've, I'm trying to do the best I can. And this is my favorite thing of the weekend still to this day. I sanded it a little bit to kind of get any of the grooves. So now it's like, it's just perfect. But check this out. It's a nice smooth action, right? And it just sits in my hand just right. Just right. It's a glove, you know? It's just a glove. But right when it opens all the way, it's backwards. But it just misses my finger. And it's just perfect. It's like I can open it and close it, and it's just like it skates right by. Form fit. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm tooled out. At this point, the rest is my brain. If I can't fix it, it's not the tool's fault. I have everything I need. I feel that my setup is fairly well optimized. I just have to now get everything put away in such a way that, and I got my backup hoses. So my other kit is gone. That's already stashed away now. But now I have my backup hoses with all new gaskets in them. So even when I get a worn out hose, I'm not going to have to change the gasket. I just go get a spare, and the spare is good. So I've done my prep work for hopefully the next year as far as hoses go. Done with hoses for a while. All right, that's all, guys. I'm just proud of myself. Did some fairly in-depth tool reorganization. Oh, freaking things, man. I love my extension. Check that out. Snapped it off. So my last adventure of the weekend, I got to go get my grinder and put a little notch in. Right? I put a score in so I know where to notch. Got to put a little groove in so my impact can grab it again. Such a clutch tool. This extension, I love it. I snap it on my impact all the time. But it snapped off. So got to retool my tools or I won't have any tools. That's the plan. All right, guys, have a good one.